Imagine waking up to the sound of waves, palm trees swaying, and a golden sunrise peeking over Miami Beach, all while paying less than what most people spend on rent alone. Sounds impossible, right? Well, buckle up, because in today's video on cash stuffing and budgeting, I'm going to take you inside the exact strategies, insider tips, and real-life hacks that make it possible to live in Miami. Yes, Miami, for just $1,000 a month. I know, Miami has a reputation for luxury cars, rooftop bars, and sky-high rents. But if you know where to look, how to negotiate, and how to stretch every single dollar until it screams for mercy, this dream can be your reality. And here's the kicker. You won't be stuck eating ramen noodles in a dark studio. You can actually enjoy the city's energy, its beaches, its nightlife, and its vibrant culture without going broke. If that sounds like something you want, stick with me for the next few minutes, because I'm about to show you how to make the most expensive city in Florida your affordable playground. The first thing we need to do is address the elephant in the room, rent. For most people, this is where their budget gets blown to pieces. Miami's average rent for a one-bedroom apartment is hovering around $2,500, which sounds terrifying if you're trying to live on $1,000 a month. But here's the truth. You don't need a one-bedroom apartment all to yourself to enjoy Miami. In fact, the biggest game changer for making this budget work is finding creative housing arrangements. Forget the luxury high-rises in Brickell. Instead, look at neighborhoods like Little Havana, Alapata, and parts of North Miami. You can find shared apartments or rented rooms for as little as $450 to $600 per month if you're willing to sacrifice a little space for location. Apps like Roomster, Facebook Marketplace, and Craigslist are your best friends here. And here's a hack most people overlook. Check local community boards and immigrant community Facebook groups. Many offer private room rentals at cheaper rates than anything listed on big rental websites. Plus, these usually include utilities in the price, which can save you another $100 to $150 a month. Speaking of utilities, let's talk about how to make sure you're not burning through your budget with your lights and AC running all day. Miami is hot, there's no avoiding that, but there are ways to slash your electric bill. If your place doesn't include utilities, get a high-efficiency fan, set your thermostat higher, and block direct sunlight with blackout curtains during the hottest parts of the day. Water bills are usually low in shared living spaces, but always double-check if they're included before you sign anything. And don't forget internet. If you're sharing a place, splitting Wi-Fi costs can drop your share to $15 a month or less. Now, once housing is settled, the second biggest budget eater is food. Miami is a foodie paradise, but eating out every day will destroy your budget faster than a hurricane in August. The secret? Grocery shop like a local, not like a tourist. Instead of heading to big chain supermarkets in tourist-heavy areas, shop at Aldi, Walmart neighborhood markets, or local discount Latin markets like Sedano's or Presidente. You can feed yourself on $150 to $200 a month if you focus on staples like rice, beans, eggs, frozen veggies, chicken, and fresh produce from farmers markets. The Coconut Grove Farmers Market and the one in Little Haiti often have better deals than Publix, especially if you go toward closing time when vendors slash prices. Meal prepping is a must. Cook in bulk, freeze portions, and always keep snacks on hand to avoid impulse food buys when you're out. And here's a pro tip. Miami has tons of happy hour food specials and Taco Tuesdays. If you plan your social outings around those, you can enjoy a night out without overspending. Let's move on to transportation. Miami is a driving city, but owning a car here is expensive. Insurance alone can run you over $200 a month. On a $1,000 budget, you'll want to ditch the car entirely. Instead, take advantage of Miami's public transportation system. The Metrorail, Metrobus, and Metromover can get you to most key areas for a fraction of the cost. A monthly Metrorail pass is around $112, and if you qualify for a discount as a student, senior, or low-income rider, it's even less. Combine that with biking or walking for short trips, and you can cut transportation costs to under $100 a month. If you really need a car occasionally, use apps like Turo or Zipcar for short-term rentals, or split Uber rides with friends. And remember, living close to work or school can save you hundreds over the year in transit costs. Now, what about fun? Because let's be honest, no one moves to Miami to sit at home watching TV all day. The good news is, Miami is loaded with free and low-cost entertainment if you know where to look. The beaches? Free. Wynwood Walls? Free. Outdoor concerts, salsa dancing in Domino Park, art walks, free museum days, they're all over the city. There are also free yoga sessions at Bayfront Park, movie nights at Soundscape Park, and open-air festivals almost every weekend. If you're into fitness, skip the expensive gyms and work out at Muscle Beach in South Beach or use public fitness stations along the waterfront. Now let's break down the $1,000 monthly budget into actual numbers so you can see how this works. Housing and utilities, $500. Food, $200. Transportation, $100. Entertainment and going out, $50. Phone bill, $30. Use prepaid plans like Mint Mobile or Visible. Miscellaneous, $120 for clothes, toiletries, and emergencies. That's a full Miami lifestyle for just $1,000 a month, and yes, it's doable if you stay disciplined. But discipline doesn't mean deprivation. On Cash Stuffing and Budgeting, we believe in making your money work for you through planning and intentional spending. The reason this budget works is because we prioritize the big expenses first, housing, food, and transportation, then make the smaller costs fit in around them. And here's where cash stuffing comes in. If you're not already doing this, start today. Pull out your $1,000 in cash at the start of the month. Create envelopes for each category: rent and utilities, groceries, transportation, fun, phone, miscellaneous, and stuff them with their exact amounts. When an envelope is empty, that's it, you don't spend in that category until the next month. This is the single most effective way to avoid overspending and to see exactly where your money is going. Now, one thing you'll notice about living in Miami on $1,000 is that it forces you to get creative. You'll find yourself swapping brand name products for generic, cooking meals you never thought you'd try, and spending more time outside soaking up the sun than inside shopping malls. And that's a good thing. You start to appreciate experiences over things, and you realize how much of the so-called Miami lifestyle is just marketing. The real Miami is in the street food, the cultural festivals, the ocean breeze on a weekday morning when everyone else is stuck in traffic. Of course, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. There are challenges. You'll need to be careful about where you rent to avoid unsafe areas. You'll need to stick to your cash stuffing system religiously. And you'll need to be okay with saying no to friends who invite you to $80 brunches or $20 cocktails on a whim. But the payoff is huge. You'll live in one of the most vibrant cities in the U.S., save money every month, and maybe even put a little aside for future goals, whether that's travel, debt payoff, or investing. So if you've been dreaming of Miami but thought it was out of reach, I hope this video shows you that with the right mindset, the right plan, and the discipline to follow it, you can live in paradise without a six-figure income. If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Cash Stuffing and Budgeting, and share it with someone who's ready to make a big move on a small budget. And remember, the key to thriving anywhere, whether it's Miami or your hometown, isn't how much money you make. It's how you manage it.